Welcome to the in-depth comparison of broiler and layer poultry farming. In this video, we will explore everything from economics, animal welfare and production cycles to consumer demand and environmental impacts. Whether you are a farmer, investor or animal lover, you will learn what sets these systems apart and which one might be best for your goals. By the end of this video, you will have data and insights to choose whether broiler, layer or both. If this is something you would want to know more about, stay till the end of this video. It is very important that you know what your goal is when starting a poultry farm. First off, what is broiler? It is a fast-growing meat chicken that typically reaches market weight in 6 to 8 weeks, while layers are chicken bred for egg production. It lays about 300 eggs per year and has lifespan of about 72 weeks. Think of life cycles and production timing. Broilers are from hatching to brooding to grow out to processing, while layers are point of lay chicks or pullets. Onset of lay is 18 weeks, peak lay, molting, then end of cycle. Now, let's quickly talk about the housing and infrastructure of both broiler and layer. For broiler housing, it's intensive, open floor, deep litter, temperature/ventilation controls, while the layer housing is cage-free, free range and aviary systems. Let's head to their nutrition, feeding and health. The feeding strategy for broilers is starter, grower, finisher, then high protein energy diets, while layers is balanced calcium, phosphorus and vitamins. Both broilers and layers need health monitoring and biosecurity, vaccination, medication and routine inspections. Let's compare their production economics starting from cost breakdown. We have chicks, feed, labor, housing, utilities, vet. Broilers conversion ratio is 1.6 to 2.0, while layers varies. What about income streams? Broiler is via meat value per kg and bulk sales, whereas layer is via egg sales, could be cartons, wholesale, table versus hatching eggs, spent hen value. Next chapter of this video that we should be looking at is market trends and consumer demand. And the first is industry overview, which has a lot to do with global and regional demand for poultry meat versus eggs. The next is consumer preferences, which has a lot to do with price, quality, nutrition, welfare concerns like cage-free eggs and antibiotic-free meats. The next thing is ethical and environmental impact. This is very important in determining the poultry farming that's better between broiler versus layer. When talking about environmental and ethical impacts, consider environmental footprints and animal welfare. Environmental footprint involves resource use, which is water and feed, carbon emissions, manure/soil management. On animal welfare, broiler mobility issues like leg health, stocking and density. Layer concerns is cage restrictiveness versus cage-free hazards. Regulations and certifications are key factors to consider in choosing which one is better between broiler versus layer farming. Considering standards overview, we have national guidelines, example Nigeria standards, EU, US. Key certifications are organic, global GAP, animal welfare approved. Now here are reasons why farmers choose one or the other. Broiler preference reasons include fast turnover, quick revenue, land efficient, lower labor/time complexity. Layer preferences reasons include regular income flow, ability to scale, dual revenue, which involves eggs plus spent hens. The challenges for broilers is high mortality risk, while layers is egg price volatility. But you're about to get an honest, well-detailed guide that compares these two popular poultry options side by side. We are not just comparing profit, we are going deep into their behavior, feeding, lifestyle, market demand, and which one is actually better depending on your goal and capital. Day-old broilers are quiet and very fragile for the first 7 days. They gain weight rapidly and by 2 weeks they double or triple in size. They are not very active birds. They tend to eat, sit and rest. At week 4, their feathers are fully out and they start looking like mature birds and aggression is low. The daily routine of broiler is to eat, sleep, poop and repeat, while day-old layers are more active than broilers from the beginning. They peck more, chip more and are very curious, although they have slower growth rates and by 6 to 8 weeks they are still small compared to broilers. Between 12 to 16 weeks they start getting used to their surroundings and around 18 to 22 weeks egg laying starts. Daily routine for layers is to explore, peck, socialize, and eat moderately. Let's quickly look at their feeding pattern and cost analysis. Broilers eat more aggressively and require high protein feed for fast weight gain. Broiler can consume 4 to 5 kg or more of feed before maturity and higher feed cost in a shorter time. Feed to meat conversion is fast but expensive. As for layers, they eat less than broilers, but feed consumption is steady and long term. They require starter, grower, and layer feed. Total feed cost is spread over months. But after 22 weeks, you start getting eggs, so the cost of feed converts into income. The summary is that broilers are high cost, short period, fast return, and layers are moderate cost, long term, and steady return. So what about disease susceptibility and management? Let's look at that. Broilers are highly sensitive in early stages and are prone to coccidiosis, gumboro, and Newcastle disease. If they are not vaccinated or managed well, mortality is high. Layers are also prone to disease, especially in growing stage, but can survive longer in moderate stress. They need regular deworming and calcium for egg quality because egg production drops under heat stress or poor nutrition. In summary is that both broiler and layer must follow vaccination schedules. Their market demand and sales strategy differs because broilers are fast moving during festive seasons, as they are sold live or slaughtered. Key markets are hotels, restaurants, meat vendors, and homes. The price fluctuates, but festive periods are best for sales. Layers has two market opportunities, which are eggs and spent layers. Eggs are sold daily or weekly, and after 1 to 1.6 years, birds are sold as meat. Eggs have daily demand from household, bakeries, and meat sellers. We've gotten to the most important aspect of this video. This is the part where almost every poultry farmer or investor pay attention the most, and that is profit margin. Let's make profit margin comparison of both. But please note that this comparison is not exactly to the point of what their market price is. It's to give you a picture of what it looks like if you eventually invest into any of the projects. Let's assume you're starting with 100 birds and broilers cost per chick is 600 naira. Feed, vaccines and care 1,800 naira, which makes it a total of 2,400 naira per bed. If you spend 2,400 naira in 6 to 8 weeks time, it could be sold around 3,000 naira to 3,500 naira on average in that 6 to 8 weeks. Layers cost per chick to be 500 naira. Feed, vaccines and care to be 6,000 naira up to point of lay, which totals 6,500 naira per bed. You could sell about 250 to 300 eggs per layer annually, and eggs income per bed can range from 30,000 naira and above annually before you think of selling spent bed. This gives a clear picture that broilers give fast cash while layers give steady long-term profits. Despite all I've said, I know someone will still ask, which one is best for beginners? Now let me answer that. If you're new, start with broilers. If you want to test poultry in a short cycle, or you have limited capital but want fast returns, or you're targeting festive seasons, start with layers if you can wait 6 months before seeing returns, or you're building a long-term farming business, or you want daily or weekly income from eggs. Both can succeed if managed well, but layer require more patience. Here are tips for first-time farmers. Start small. You can start with 50 to 100 birds. Get a mentor or experienced farmer nearby, and follow vaccination schedules strictly. Keep records of feeding, health, and sales. Learn before you invest massively. Don't compromise on hygiene and feed quality, and be present on your farm daily. Don't forget that success in poultry depends more in your management than bird type. Some experienced farmers even combine both to meet their market demand. If at this point you're still not clear about which one to go for, run them together on a very small scale so you can see what suits you best. Here's my contextual suggestion. For quick ROI and simpler farm, broiler's shorter cycle is ideal. For steady diversified revenue and welfare scalability, layer wins if you can manage complexity. My final pick is that layer is what I would recommend due to 1. Continuous cash flow. 2. Better welfare options, cage-free innovation. 3. Egg/nutrient demand globally. 4. Flexibility to diversify with spent hen products. A well-managed layer farm offers resilience against market shocks. If you would like to see more videos like this and other business educational content, kindly smash the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.